Okay,
All right.
we are live.
All right, this is the next episode in Movie Madness.
yes.
What episode is this we're on?
8, I think.
I lost count.
Yeah. Okay.
So this one is why most video game franchises don't work. I got a special guest here
Yes.
who's begging for attention.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now. Okay.
I think first we would have to talk about the successful video games, Gesundheit,
Yeah.
and why they work. Let's start with some of the. We'll start with some of the bad ones, good ones that should work.
Yeah.
Resident Evil, survival horror. You're fighting zombies and you're fighting an infection thingy.
Yeah. I can think of like a ton of video game franchises that have been successful. So
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That'll help balance it out because I know a ton that are not good.
yeah.
Alright.
Of course, you got series like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Mario.
Yeah. Oh, isn't there a Mario movie coming out?
Yes. I think we're supposed to get the trailer for it tomorrow.
Oh, nice. And that one's got Chris Pratt in it.
Yes. We just got a new poster.
Oh, yeah, that we did.
Yeah. Which people are flipping over.
Why? It's just a poster. I don't get it. I don't pay attention to the internet half the time. It's gone beyond me.
So
you're gonna lay down, Pop. I know what you did.
no, lay down. No.
Yeah, the dog likes to pee on me for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, she's itching. She is itching.
Okay.
Let's see. What's another one that didn't do so well? Resident Evil. Shit. Resident Evil. Uncharted.
Yeah.
Uncharted didn't do so well. So why is it that we'll go with those two ones that didn't work out so well? I'm trying to, unfortunately, off the top of my head, I can't remember other ones, but I'm sure there are other ones that just did not work. The thing was that the movies did not capture the original spirit. Like, the writing was off, it was wonky. Granted, it's a movie, so you gotta take a game that's like, several hours long and try to turn it into a 2-hour stint.
Like, what I think the biggest problem with most video game adaptations is that most of them are geared towards like a specific audience. Like, they're really only geared towards the people, like the fans who play the games. And
Right.
That's it.
Right, which makes sense because those are the people that are gonna watch the movies. But for anyone that's like normal and hasn't played the games, they're gonna be like, what?
But the thing is, it's like I remember like
your dog keeps looking at me like, please let me sit on you so I can mark you a game.
Like, even people like who played the games hated the movies. Like,
yeah, I mean, look at Resident Evil. Resident Evil is a really good one to go with because the movies are completely different from the games.
Yeah.
The only thing that is the same is that in Resident Evil is that there's viruses. Yeah. There's a virus and there's zombies. That's it. But beyond that, it's completely original storyline, completely different.
Yeah, and I think like what makes a movie like Sonic work.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I was gonna say that I think of as successful.
Yeah, is because you don't have to play the games in order to watch the movie.
You really don't. Like, everyone knows this is different from the Sonic games we grew up with. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay because they work. They're their own unique original story, but they have the elements of the wacky, zany, and fun-loving blue hedgehog that we like.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What other video game franchises that you would say are successful?
Zelda.
Did that have a movie or anything? I mean, I remember back in the 80s, I used to I saw reruns on YouTube. There was the Legend of Zelda TV show, the cartoon, which was like, hey. The big thing for it though was, well, excuse me, princess.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, that's funny. But
I know Final Fantasy has had a couple of movies.
I thought we were talking about video game franchises, movies that don't work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I know Final Fantasy has had some. There was one, Advent Children. People were like, it's okay. I mean, it's good, but it's not quite like, Final Fantasy VII.
The best part of that movie was the Cloud versus Sephiroth.
That was easily the whole reason why I watched it. I was like, I don't care about any of this. I just want to see Cloud fight Sephiroth. That's it. Kingdom Hearts, though,
does not have a movie.
it does not have their own movie.
Oh, well, okay. Technically, I guess you could count, like, the back cover movie on 2.8, or even, like, the Days and Recoded movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to count those, then...
Yeah, but here's the thing. With those movies, the 358 Days and the Recoded ones, you could play through those games.
Yeah. But, I would say, yeah, you could play through the games, but, like, the thing is that...
You're not really missing a whole hell of a lot.
Well, yeah. And...
You're right down there and you want attention.
With the Days and Recoded movies, it's like they gave me an excuse not to play the games.
Pretty much, and I gave you Recoded.
Yes.
I know you're barking down there, pup. Begging for attention. But yeah, Recoded, I played through that, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Does she have to use the bathroom by chance? Or does she just want attention?
I think she just wants attention.
Yeah.
Hey.
Come here.
Come here. Come here.
Bella. Bella. Here.
Here.
Right over here.
Over here.
Go on, little one. I know you don't like it.
Yeah.
We're trying to give you some love and attention while we record.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there she is looking at me again. She's like, yes, you will pitch me and give me all of the attention. But anyways, you want to stop putting your paw near my nuts? You've done that like 4 or 5 times. You've walked on me and just like, nah. Turned my friggin' carrot and potatoes into mashed potatoes. But let's see. I would, yeah, you know what? In that case with Final Fantasy, or no, not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, yeah, I'll count that. I'll count that. But you're basically just playing through the games and those are movies, so it's like, yeah, there's no reason for you to play those games.
Yeah.
Because why do people buy 358 Days? They want to see Riku fight Roxas.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the whole reason. And Recoded was just like, it was just the part about Mickey going through this adventure where it's like, he writes the message. That's it. The only reason you would play the game is so you could do Sora versus Roxas, version 2. But you could honestly just watch those movies, and it's like, the games, they're all right.
Yeah.
358 Days being the better one, but still, it's like, yeah.
Honestly, I thought Recoded had a much more interesting story.
To me, I thought it was 358 Days because I liked Roxas.
But, yeah, okay.
I liked Roxas, and also... Stop it. We're recording, Yeah, you goofball. I liked Roxas and his story and seeing like what he went through in that story. Wait, stop it. You're getting plenty of attention.
Yeah.
You're getting attention from you're human. Why do you want it from me? Huh? Huh? Look at him, not me. Him. There you go. Not me, him. God dang it. You goofball dog. Alright. So anyways, Kingdom Hearts. I would say the movies kind of work, so they do.
I don't think she agrees.
I don't think she agrees with me. She's agreeing with you. She's like, yeah, Recoded's better. Your dog has put her paw on my leg. That is Oh, I gotta ditch it. I'm just seeing the chat now. I'm sorry. I've been paying attention to the dog, and also I've been fasting because today is Yom Kippur. So, in other words, had to stop eating by like 6 last night, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? I'm getting faint-headed and dizzy. I was doing my job. Saint Bernard just. What is it with dogs doing that, man? I don't get it. I'm super unique. The Tetrising stuff. Oh yeah. Don't do my boy out. Roxas and acts like that. Yeah, man, what the heck you doing? Come on, that was a good part of the relationship. I will say this: I do want that sea salt ice cream. If there's one thing Kingdom Hearts has effectively done, it's made me want sea salt ice cream.
I actually made a sea salt ice cream milkshake.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got a blender.
Sweet. I can send you a recipe. You like cooking stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you a recipe for some chicken.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a red pepper chicken. It's basically you just take a whole red bell pepper and you put it in the blender. But anyways, we're here to talk about movies, not food. And pepper. All right. So let's see. So video game franchises. We were on with Kingdom Hearts, 358 Days. Oh, red pepper chicken? Yeah. Yeah, it is. You just take a whole red bell pepper, you put it in the oven for like 20, 30 minutes. That's all you need. 420 degrees. And the chicken, it's so good. Chicken is yummy. Like, just pan-fry that sucker. Metal Gear Solid 4 is basically a bunch of movies put together. Yes. Yes.
Aren't they working on a Metal Gear Solid movie?
Yes. Yes. This is from someone that has tried. And I will admit, I tried to get into Metal Gear Solid. However, it was all just a bunch of sneaking around. It was like, oh, you're not excited? That's fair. That's what I've heard because, I mean, I basically equate. Yes, it's so good. I was doing Metal Gear Solid 3 was actually my start because I wanted to start from the beginning, not Metal Gear Solid 1, like an idiot. And it's a fun game, and it's for people, but it's not for me. I can honestly admit that because I've tried playing 2 and I tried playing 3, and I'm like, this isn't for me. I get it. I can see where people love it because the dialogue, it's awesome, it's great. 1984, but for video games, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But I remember there was also teasers for like BioShock back when that was a big pop.
And that's getting a movie.
I am now very concerned.
Yes, on Netflix.
I am highly concerned. highly concerned. Dude, you need just play through the first one if you can. Play through the first one and BioShock 3, the third one with Troy Baker, the one where it was Columbia set in the sky. Play through those two. 2 you can easily skip. But oh my god, BioShock! You're telling me now they're getting a movie?
Yeah.
Oh dear. See, this is why I keep talking about it. Like, there are core elements of the game that can be stretched out for multiple hours at length. Like, Here's how much time a movie has: 2 hours, 2.5, maybe 3. But you're not trying to go Lonesome Dove territory, which is an old western that went for. And I say this with all due certainty because I watched the whole freaking thing.
Yeah. And
12 hours.
I think that's the other issue with most like video game like adaptations is that they try to cram like a 40 or 50-hour game into like this 2-hour movie.
And the pace gets rushed, like to the point where it's like, yo, hey, whoa, that ain't gonna work. We gotta stretch this out because that's how you keep people coming back to the game. Good example. You know that Immortals game I showed you? I had to play a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't need a movie. That's a story in of itself. It's basically like Breath of the Wild, but with Greek mythology.
Also, yeah, most video games are already movies anyway.
They really are. So why do you need to change them? Why do you need to try to like squeeze something that's like massive and gargantuan? Like you don't see me going, oh, we need Shadow of the Colossus movie. It's like no, just the video game. You don't need anything else.
Yeah, another video game that had a movie recently, Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, that one didn't do so well. That one did not do so well.
But okay, I think the problem was two things. One, you were basically just watching the cutscenes of the video game.
You pretty much were.
Yeah.
I mean, you look on YouTube now. You want to watch just the cutscenes. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah. And two, I don't think it helped that they released the game and the movie at the same time.
Yeah. But I will give Digit K for credit for this in the chat. That's why Arcane worked so well. You're right. Arcane worked so well because they poured love and attention into it. The game was already its own thing. They just took the characters and adapted a story.
Yeah.
And that you're right. That's why they did a fantastic job because multi-show episode format instead of a movie, you can stretch it out. You have more time for the material to breathe and adapt and make it its own thing. And it's great. It's great to see and it's great to experience because you're like, holy shit, this is what we want.
Yeah. I think they even confirmed that Assassin's Creed is getting a TV show.
I mean, it already actually had its own movie, Assassin's Creed. Actually, it's had 2 movies. Fun fact. Assassin's Creed had 2 movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first movie was back when 2 was such a huge popular thing. They did a movie where it was just following Ezio's dad, Giovanni, and him being an assassin and the events leading up to 2. And then there was the Michael Fassbender movie, which
sucked.
Yeah, that movie was awful. You're right that it was. You're right.
Yeah.
You got a fox in your mouth and you barking at us. What you want? Here with that?
Yeah. And to be honest, the Assassins that Assassin's Creed movie. Shut up.
She wants attention badly.
Yeah. Ow.
So that's why you think the Assassin's Creed movie didn't do so well?
Well, I was gonna say the Assassin's Creed movie is actually the closest I've ever come to walking out of a theater.
I honestly can believe that because I was at that point as well because it was like it was. I mean, you've played the games, right? Or at least like enough of it.
Yeah.
The first one, yeah, it was like, oof. It was. The first game was great, I thought, and the second one was even better. You walked out of Sing. Woo. I mean, I enjoyed that. I mean, it was goofy. It was a kids movie, but yeah. The second one, I was like, meh. You just like, oh, we want to do this on a bigger scale. Oh dear. But yeah. But let's see. I would have to say, going with the thing with video games, and it's not just the video games; it's books as well.
Books, anime.
Yeah. I mean, good lord, I love anime. I live and breathe that stuff. But I started getting into reading a bit more. Actually, as a matter of fact, yes, the best one to be adapted, Lord of the Rings, hands down, especially the extended edition. I own all of them, and it's great. Give me your little fox and let me chase you. It is. It's a fantastic adaptation. You're right. It still has issues with it, but it's not perfect. I wasn't expecting perfection. I was honest to God, I was not expecting Tom Bombadil in there either because there's only so much you can cram in. But still, Peter Jackson has said that was, honest to God, one of the last movies where the creators and the people that worked on that movie didn't have any executive control behind it.
Oh, really?
No execs were involved with it. It was purely what Peter Jackson wanted to do. And you could tell between the difference between Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. The Hobbit, there was more executive control because they wanted him to turn one book from The Hobbit into 3 movies. There's not enough material.
No.
There isn't. You could honestly say 2 movies at most. But even then, comparing the Lord of the Rings to the books, it's hard. Yeah, he did. He did get screwed over on The Hobbit. He was brought on last minute. Yeah, you're right. Because they thought, oh, Peter Jackson's the way to go. Well, they had to run with the script that they gave him. And honestly, wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good. But anyways, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah.
We're for video game franchise movies and why they shouldn't be adapting video game franchises from movies. Now, there are times where, some video games have worked.
Yeah.
Sonic being the biggest friggin' one. Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph was actually a video game. This is an arcade game. And it works.
Yeah.
Because they bring in a unique, original story. That's how you get people into the theaters. That's how people go onto their smartphones and register for the freaking movie. Because if you create a unique, original story, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Did you see Pixels?
I did see Pixels.
Okay.
That one was meh, but that's because you're trying to put in comedy into something that's like, oh, we're gonna do a video game movie based on arcade games. Like, huh? What?
I enjoyed Pixels. I feel like it's a bit overhated.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And the Lord of the Rings games back on the PS2, GameCube, I actually have them on the Xbox as well. They were good, but they were hard. And luckily, they took the same route as Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe video game, which was we're just doing the story. Yeah. That's it. Now they added in some of their own takes on levels on how they got from point A to point B. But other than that, they just did the movie, which was good.
I don't know if I ever finished the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe video game.
Oh, I finished it multiple times with my brother. We had fun playing that sucker. Like, I'd always play Peter. I always would. Because I'm like, I'm the oldest. Why don't I get Peter? Because you're the youngest, Edmund. No. Like, yeah, stupid. But to be fair, he got to play as, who was the one that had the bow? I know Lucy was the youngest.
Susan.
Susan, that's right.
Yeah.
And he was like, I am dominating with this bow.
Yeah. I can actually think of a lot of, a few video games that are based on movies that were actually quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Finding Nemo was one of them.
Oh, yes. And the game was actually a lot of fun, too. And speaking of Susan, DJK, she was actually in the first Halo TV series that came out prior to 4. She was in it. And it was okay. But the new one now, no, they emasculated my boy Master Chief, and I'm like, I will forever be mad about that stuff because you wreck our stuff, we're gonna wreck your bucks. Because understand, we played those games when we were kids. We now have adult money, and adult money comes with adult choices, and with adult choices means we don't have to see your crap if you don't like it. Plain and simple. That's what I don't understand about some of these movies sometimes. But you know what? they ain't paying me the big bucks. They ain't paying you the big bucks. But if they was paying us the big bucks, they might actually make some money. We might make mountain.
Yeah, I think.
Yes. Well, let's keep going with it.
Like a lot of these franchises would do better if they got like for video games. Get people who actually played the games or are fans of the games to make these movies.
Yes, because I can tell you this. There was actually another video game that actually has done relatively well. It's done relatively well, and I consider this a video game because there's multiple formats of the sucker and there's multiple iterations. It is Fate Stay Night. It started off actually as a video game and made its way onto the anime platform for Netflix. There's Fate. What is it? Unlimited Blade Works. What's the third route? Because second is Unlimited Blade Works, and that was a multi-episode format, and that was great. That was fun. But there was one that did it as a movie trilogy, and it was decent. It was actually pretty good. Heaven's Field. That's what it was. It was Heaven's Field. It'd be a lot better, though. I don't think that's something you should convert. Yeah, something from a long format. Because, there's only so many episodes you're allotted. And with Fates, especially, it's you could easily pour in, and I'm not joking with this. One dude did a stream where he streamed all 3 routes. There was a ton of detail that I didn't know because I've only seen the anime and the movies, and there's a ton of detail there, and the game itself. If we were to take the whole thing, all 3 routes, it would take you 120 hours to beat this game. And that's going with like all 3 of these routes, 3 of them, as well as the different endings where you try to, because people have literally played this game just to try and kill off the main character. Yeah, compress that down to 120 minutes and some change. It doesn't work so well. That's why, if you just take a character, make an original storyline that's going to be faithful to the original core set of values that the games have. Like, for instance, a Halo TV show, or actually even a Halo movie. Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun to watch, but you gotta make Master Chief be hyper masculine. Doesn't talk a lot. You don't ever see his face. And you are basically putting front forth the military as guys that, like, we're trying to stop an alien invasion. That's all you got to do. Have Master Chief be masculine, don't ever question him, and have him do badass shit. Plain and simple. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Another one that I know a lot of people loved, but for me it didn't quite work, was Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I can see that, because Detective Pikachu, I went in with no knowledge of the game. It was trying to do its own thing. You're right, Digit. It is complicated. Digit. Yeah, the in real life gimmick. It's like, no, this is supposed to be set in the Pokemon world.
Right.
Like, there's a mystery here. Like, because the game was a mystery of Dad being murdered, wasn't it? Or was he missing?
Missing.
Okay, yeah, right, because it's a Nintendo. Dad's not dead.
So the main character's dad was missing, but also there was this ongoing mystery where Pokemon were mysteriously going on a rampage, and Tim Goodman, the main character, has to team up with Pikachu to find out why. That plot point was not executed well in the movie.
No, it was not. It was not. And you're right. You know, it was great seeing all Pokemon come to life. I mean, we grew up with the original ones. With the original 151, 150 actually before Mew came along. But the story, it's almost good but not quite there.
Yeah. Not to mention,
like the dad being, being in Pikachu. I was like, okay, first of all, I think it's kind of funny if you got Ryan Reynolds' voice coming out of Pikachu. That's kind of funny.
But also,
Polyworld for the promo materials. Oh, you're kidding me! Pikachu is the flagship Pokemon, right in front of Charizard. I almost said right behind Charizard. No. Pikachu is the one. Even the little kids know, like, Pikachu! And then second is Charizard. So they throw in Poliwhirl? Dude, that is like double digits, if not triple digits. I will call them back.
Okay. Now, normally, I don't have a problem when movies make changes.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
But Detective Pikachu changed so much from the original game.
It did. It really did. Didn't they try to do like a Detective Pikachu Christmas something or other?
Yes, and it was fantastic.
Because it was in line with the game, right?
Yes.
See? There's another one we could chalk up as really well done. But it was a smaller budget, wasn't it?
I think so.
And it was people that played the game, right?
Yeah.
And they wanted to stay faithful to the material, right?
Yes.
There's the difference, Hollywood. You see this? I swear. All right.
So, yeah.
I would have to say that's pretty much like what we can discuss on it, because we agree, like, if you create a unique story that is faithful to the original material and keeps the characters their core values and the way that they're supposed to be, and you don't try to jam it like a 100-hour game into like 2 hours, just create your own unique thing that has good solid pacing, you'll get the bucks.
Yes. I'm so happy that Detective Pikachu 2 was finally announced. A sequel to the game.
Oh, a sequel to the game. I was about to say, you mean the movie? Or no, the movie didn't make enough.
No.
Because that's the thing. That's the thing that I've noticed about movies, that if in order for you to get a sequel, you have to make double your budget, and then a quarter more, because you always have to assume. The quarter more is because of marketing. Yeah. It might have made bank. Detective Pikachu might have made bank, but I know there are people that are like, yeah,
it was all right.
Oh, wait a minute. What about the Pokemon movies?
Oh, yes.
The Pokemon movies.
Those.
Yeah.
Were great until they got terrible.
Yes. Like, I remember watching the original Pokemon movie. That
in
one was,
theaters.
Yeah, in theaters.
Yeah.
And then
that was a big deal when
it was huge.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Pokemon went from game to anime to movie. But the movie was entirely its own thing. Mm-hmm. We just wanted to see Pokemon fight. And it's like, this is for kids. Pokemon are fighting. Sweet! Let's go! Yeah. Oh, the I Choose You, they're fantastic? Well, I wouldn't know. I don't watch a whole lot of Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pokemon movies, though.
Yeah, except for when, like, I watched the I Choose You movie, and I remember, like, people, like, totally freaking out when Pikachu spoke.
Wait, what? Hang on. Pikachu spoke.
Yes.
When the heck did they do that? Whose voice was it? Was it the actress that did Pikachu? Or was it somebody else?
No, I think it was the same actress.
Oh, dear Lord. Was it ugly crying or was it like a happy crying? Like, I'm assuming it was ugly crying. Like, what did they do to my boy? It's all those moments where you're like, look at what they've done to my precious boy. Oh, oh yeah, I can see that. What the F just happened? Oh my god. But yeah, you're right. The original movies, they're so cheesy. But they gotta be in order, because they're in line with the TV show. But still, those are fun. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Now let's see.
Yeah. One more thing I will say about Pokemon.
Yes.
Is that...
yes, you weren't in it, Pup, and you need to be.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. The Celebi one was fantastic.
Yeah. One thing they've been doing is on the Pokemon YouTube channel. They've been uploading these like Looney Tunes like style cartoons called Poketoons.
Poketoons?
Yes, and they're great.
Really?
Yes. It's like just give me this. Like, make this into a full series, and I'll be happy. I don't need to see all the like battling or any of the human characters anymore. Like, I don't care about that.
Yes.
Anymore.
Yeah. Oh yes, and Pokemon Origins. That I watched that on YouTube. It's so good. So good.
But yeah, they have these I want to see Pokemon do these like Looney Tunes style cartoons because I really think the franchise would work well in that format.
It probably would. It most likely would. If you get over here, I will give you some lovin'. God dang it.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to say about Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would have to say, that I think we covered that pretty well. What other things? What other things should we talk about? Now imagine this if they decide to ever make a movie about
You mean the Emoji Movie?
Ooh! Shots fired on that one. That one was bad. You want to know what's funny, though? That same studio that made the Emoji Movie, their next project was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, how do you go from that to this? Excuse me? But yeah, let's see. So God help us if they decide if they one day decide Facebook, the movie. I'm like, dude, what?
I mean, they kind of already did that.
Yeah, the social network. They did do that.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did like Twitter. Oh God. Oh, let's see. Well, what else?
Okay.
Because we're running out of steam here.
Oh, another big one, Mario.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Mario. Mario's the newest one.
Yes.
There's but to be fair, remember the first one back in the 80s? The live action one? The one before this animated one, which is doing it right as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The poster does indeed look really good. It looks great, yeah. But I remember like the original Mario where they tried to make it a drama thing. It's like, and live action, it's like, dude, that's not going to work. I literally know of this because one of my buddy's dads, his dad, worked on the set for that movie. And he was like, it was a mess.
Oh, wow. The guy who did the Emoji Movie was a story artist on the Prince of Egypt.
How do you go from good to bad? I swear to God. The more I find out about this movie, it's like, oh, we got all this talent from other movies. And it's like, Tony Leondis. Okay. Because I almost thought Leonidas? Excuse me? Italian and Greek? Tony Leonis, how the hell do you go from Prince of Egypt to the Emoji Movie?
God.
God. Like, I remember Cinema Sins did that thing. They went over that. And it was just, it was so bad. So bad.
I stopped watching Cinema Sins a long time ago.
Yeah, I stopped as well because I'm like, meh. First directing role and last. Back to being a story artist. Yeah, because that's where he does his best work. Being a director.
So yeah, Mario.
Yeah, Mario. Excuse me. Like I said, because of the Yom Kippur, I am like, oh, good Lord. Like, I have not eaten anything since 6, and I'm like, dude, my body is saying, you need to eat something. It's been almost 24 hours. But Jews.
Yeah. With the live-action Mario movie, I would say it's more under the category of like so bad it's entertaining.
Pretty much, because I remember Bowser trying to order a pizza or something like that. It was kind of wonky but stupid funny. And yes, you are right on Cinema Sins driving you crazy. It's like the question is answered in 90% of the movie. Yes. Yeah. I have one stance I do love, and that's judging a movie. Yes, that's why I like that sometimes. But at this point, I'm like, meh. I'll go with Critical Drinker. He's like, listen. He's the kind of guy that's like, I will pop open a bottle of Jack and we will say, here's how bad this is going to go. And if it goes really bad, it's going to be a bottle of Turtle Duck toilet bleach. And it's funny because it's like, oh, here we go. Because he's Scottish. So if there's anyone that can explain it in the most badass way to make it be so bad, he's like, ugh, uncork your bottles of Turtle Duck because this shit's about to get messy. Ah!
Wasn't the Mario movie done by
yeah, sorry about that.
Joel Schumacher?
What was?
Mario movie?
I think so, yes. Yes, okay. It was. Yes. Oh, that's 2 phone calls I gotta have to return back. Assuming I'm not collapsing behind the wheel, but yes. Okay. Yes, the original one, the live action one. The one where it's like, we're plumber brothers, but we got vacuums. I'm like, huh? How many weird faces gonna make?
So Mario is the biggest example.
Yeah.
Do you think of any others?
Sonic's a good example.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I think what Nintendo was saying, hey, if they can do Sonic, then we can do Mario as well.
Yeah.
Which begs the question for me. So we know Chris Pratt is going to be Mario. Is Luigi going to be in it?
Yes.
Oh, who's voicing Luigi?
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. Remind me who?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay. Wait, is he the one that's got like a little bit of a patchy beard or something like that? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of TV.
Yeah.
So I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah. And I know like a lot of people they were like I don't know if I would say that they were upset that Chris Pratt is voicing Mario. But like I would say people were more mixed on it.
Right. But I think I also heard he wants to go to the guy that voices Mario. You know, the one that voices the It's-a-me, Mario! Like the guy that originally voices him. Not like Japanese, but you know, like the actual guy. And yes, just because they have a celebrity appeal. Yeah. I mean, Chris Pratt's literally doing that. Yeah. And we can agree, it's like, I would much rather hear Mario be voiced by Mario.
Yeah.
However, if they want the celebrity appeal, they gotta bring in guys.
Although, like, my idea was that instead of Chris Pratt, they should have just had Charlie Day voice both characters.
That'd be a lot of work,
Yeah.
I think. But,
because
I would almost say, why not get the guy that voices Mario?
Yeah.
Because then that would be like, oh, sweet. But then again, on the other hand, if you take a celebrity to voice a character, good example, Spider-Man. Spider-Man from Spider-Man Noir. From the video game Shattered. Yeah, it was Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah.
He was voiced by Christopher Barnes, one of the original Spider-Man the Spider-Man from back in the 90s. They got Nick Cage to play Spider-Man Noir. So it would be, I think, the Nick Cage one, it was like, oh, that's actually pretty fun. What the? What? I was confused here.
Hold on, I'm trying to find because
not evil Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, because if you listen to because Charlie Day was in the Lego movies as Spaceman.
Oh, he was Spaceman?
Yes.
Oh my God, he was so good as Spaceman.
Yeah. If you listen to his voice in that movie, you can hear it.
You could, you know what? You hear him do a Mario or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where?
You can hear it.
Oh yes, I can.
Yeah.
He does Spaceman well, and it is almost a Mario right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's not drop our phones here, sir. I mean, what is that? An iPhone something or other?
So.
But yeah, I would think Charles Martinet. Do you know who that is, Digit? Because I'm like,
Charles Martinet was the original voice of Mario.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm stupid. I just knew him as Mario. See, this is the guy that knows his stuff. Me, I'm just like, yeah. But to be fair, going back to the thing with the books being, yeah, you're right. He does do all the Mario Bros.
Yeah. Oh, Mario.
He does Mario and Luigi. I know that. He does Wario and Waluigi. Sweet. But anyways, going back to like adaptations, I started actually doing audiobooks because I enjoy reading. And last audiobook that I just listened to was The Pool of the Black One by Robert E. Howard. Now, Robert E. Howard wrote for one character in particular, Conan the Barbarian. That story was done well with Arnold Schwarzenegger. From the books to the movies. But to be fair, Conan's supposed to have black hair and blue eyes. Kind of hard to do that unless you got an Austrian bodybuilder. But, either way, I'm not going to get into that. Conan the Barbarian, it was fun. It was a fun movie. And that's one I've been wanting to talk about. But I also heard that Amazon was trying to do Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were trying to make it like Game of Thrones.
Oh.
But, unfortunately, it didn't work out because a lot of the staff got Me Too'd. And it resulted in... Actually, it was the lead writer who got scrapped, and in place of Conan the Barbarian was just fully scrapped. Amazon started to focus on Rings of Power, and Rings of Power was actually supposed to be dominant for two markets: the family-friendly entertainment market, which was Lord of the Rings, and the more adult one that was just like Game of Thrones. So that's where they wanted to do Conan the Barbarian. Okay. But Conan got scrapped, and Rings of Power, well, that didn't go so well. Not at all. But that'll be a discussion for another time. So, in the last 10 minutes, what should we talk about next time? It is the month of October. Should we do something Halloween related?
Yes.
Okay. So, why don't we talk about, let's do something that's more personal. What you usually do, like horror movie marathon sort of things, or
Yeah.
Halloween marathon sort of movies. Why don't we talk about that next time?
Okay.
And you'll be doing the talking because I did a whole bunch of it today.
Yeah. So, what we could do is like the downfall of like the modern horror movie.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Look at it, my body is taxing me.
So.
Yeah, ooh woo, Harry Potter, ooh woo. Well, yes, let's keep going.
Yeah. So, next time,
downfall of modern horror movies.
modern horror movies.
All right, well, what should we focus this on? I feel like modern horror movies, like,
That's kind of a broad.
it really is.
Yeah.
So why don't we take it from like the classic? I'm not talking like the classic monster movies. I think we should do it from like the slasher movies.
Yeah.
That's when horror started really taking off. So slashers like Halloween, all the way to like, you know, the new ones.
Yeah.
All right, so we will talk about those next time on Movie Madness. Keep it real, folks,
All
and
right.
we will talk to you
Next
showtime.
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you for the next showing. And the broadcast, sir.